Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come into the Jaye Spot, replacing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host Jay and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. You have entered the Jaye Spot. Woo, I love saying that. I'm Jay, and this bubbling beauty right here, this is my partner in crime, Simply E. How you doing today, E?
Wonderful.
Good, good, good. I mean, this is just a great day. I'm so excited because it's almost daylight savings. That means that the commute in the morning will, be, I can see. I don't have to worry about deers and roadkill. And, I think I'll be awake a little, and I'll be probably a little bit more friendlier as well because it's just something about those winter months. I just hate getting up at 5 o'clock.
Winter.
Do you?
I do. I love the winter.
Oh, it just brings out the worst in me. I mean, that kid, I just feel like I've had a grudge for the past 4 or 5 months because getting up at 5 o'clock and it's still dark. And it's like I can't even open my eyes. Like physically, my body just does not turn on until about 8 or 9 o'clock. But the crazy thing is on the weekend, I can't sleep long.
See.
But I think it's just to know that the pull that the man has over me, that I have to get up at 5 o'clock, my body just does not appreciate that. So I just, sorry, I just had a little stuff that I wanted to get off my chest tonight. But man, we just want to recap last week. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I want to break the good news to you all first. I am expecting, because as I told you all last week, those oysters that I ate, I knew that I felt I got the producer. I got him. Look, I got E over here too. She's like, you expecting? What are you expecting? Those oysters, I know that's the apple cider vinegar that takes care of that.
Wow.
But those oysters, I just haven't felt the same since. Those things got in there and they made it and just did whatever they were gonna do. But I just felt like, they, it's something. No, I had two. I ate two, and they.
I'm carrying a whole lot of babies.
Well, but I just felt I felt like I was floating, you all. So if you have never experienced that type of float, try an oyster.
Float.
And then chocolate, I'm not, for anybody that knows me, I'm not a chocolate fan. I hate it. Until, Chef Foxy Sexy hooked me up last week with that real dark chocolate. So that was pretty cool. So I was able to do that. And I just felt like I had taken some things that just had me feeling some type of way. So I was up and down for pretty much that whole entire night. So that wasn't really, you really don't want to be single and, and
eating all that,
eat foods
those
that make you hot and bothered. You really don't, that's really not okay. So I really wish that I had listened to the informational segment that she was giving to us, because I definitely was not prepared to go home. I'm like, wait a minute. Well, maybe I need to turn this water on a little bit colder. I'm not gonna take I'm not gonna take a 20-minute hot bath. Let me just make this a 2-second cold shower. So I'm just like, no, it was
told you.
No,
you love some oysters.
You set me up.
I
was set up, you all. I just feel like I was bamboozled and I just did not know how to react with that. It's been a while since that generator has been turned up. I mean, that generator was on high, baby. I'm just like,
where's my man?
I'm like, am I menopausing? Can I get am I having a personal summer? That was not cool.
It was the best night.
No, really, it wasn't. Maybe for the oysters it was, but for me, the Jaye Spot, I said, oh,
Jaye Spot couldn't have any visitors. Huh?
No.
It
The
needed a
Jaye
visitor.
Spot went. No. Not these cheap visitors. See, that's one thing. I'm not going to have tenants. I will only have one owner. No tenants. I'm not renting. The Jaye Spot is not for rent. It is for sale, but not for rent.
I can't talk. I have to give a shout out and a thank you because yesterday I caught a flat tire and my spare was on a flat as well. My friend Candace came and picked me up.
Big ups to Candace.
Thank you, Candace. And we got my tire fixed and tire marked down on Broadway. And Gary, Paul, thank you so much for getting me the correct tire. I want to thank Jack and Lee from Jack Tires and Gary for mounting my tire onto the rim. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much.
So now let me ask you this. You said that Candace, which is clearly a woman.
That's a woman.
Came to help you. Let me ask you, did you call any men?
Baby, you know, I called some men.
Now, wait a minute. How did that work out?
Well, the one man that I knew would have come, he was tied up on a vehicle at the time, so I understood his issue. But everybody else that I called, no, it didn't work out too well. So that's okay because he knows how to get it done. So that's okay. Thank you so much.
So will there be some payback in the future?
Always. Always.
Fellas, let me tell you, okay. If word to the wise, and this is just my opinion because I know that some of you fellas feel like I have a lot of opinions, but here's just another one to add to that to the bunch. If a woman calls you and she needs you and you know that she never calls and asks for anything, please by all means make it your business to come to the rescue. I mean, like I've been told. Now, women, they act like they can do it all and, so on and so forth. But here's the reason why we have to do it all, because when this lady here was stranded, she may not have been in distress, but let me tell you, I would have needed more than a tire change. Listen, I'm going to tell you, you would have to call a paramedic. I would have send me straight to the psych ward because I could not even imagine having to deal with that. Plus, it's a scary thing for women. So, you men, come on now. You saying man up and you a man and do all this. Come on, help a sister out.
But it did get scary, and I didn't tell Candace, but I had her drop me back off after we got the tires taken care of, and I called my insurance company. Since I'm paying insurance, you're going to come and mount the tires on my car. And I let her go ahead and do what she had to do. And a couple of guys kept on stopping their cars and asking, do I need help? They'll put my tire on my car for me. And I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. My tow truck guy is coming to take care of that. So, and it was a couple of guys, about 4 guys. And the sad thing was there were no black men that stopped.
Oh, please say it's not so. Please, no, I can't.
No black men stopped to help me.
Wow.
I had 2 Arab men and I had 2 white men help me.
Okay, I'm gonna try to redeem you, redeem the brothers. Maybe it was the area in which. That was all I had, fellas. Nope. I'm sorry. That was all I had. No. Oh, well, you know what? Here's the thing. She's a trooper because had that been yours truly, I probably would not be here tonight because I would have been in the first car that stopped to take, that's just how I'm wired. Simple things cause me to freak out sometimes unnecessarily when all I have to do is probably wait 2 minutes and things will work itself out. But no, I just go from calm to flat out panic, and it really doesn't take much, you all. So I'm really seeing someone. Well, I should start seeing someone about that. But right now we're making the best of that situation. But I want you all to connect with us tonight on our social media sites, Facebook, the Jaye Spot, Jaye Spot, and then Instagram, the Jaye Spot Radio, and then also follow us on Twitter, and you can also listen and watch us live on Periscope and Twitter, and that's Jaye Spot, Jaye Spot. We are going to take a short musical break. And when we come back, we are going to get into our topic tonight. We are talking social media flirting and blocking your spouse or partner from your Facebook profiles or your social media profiles. What do you all think about that? So I want you all to chime in. Again, hit us up on our Facebook fan page, the Jaye Spot, Jaye Spot. Or if you want to call, we'll have a few minutes to take a few calls tonight. 708-223-8953. You are watching and listening to the Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.
Wall Street and pissing always. I got you. And I'll be I never put you out of my dream. Like you are. Yes, get too far. Said I laid my life down on the line. Down on the line. And baby, it takes where you need. I dropped down to my knees for you. Love's got hold of me. I'm a slave, don't set me free. I'm a runaway running down Love Street. Love Street. Your love's got hold of me. I'm a slave, don't set me free. I'm a runaway running down Love Street. Love Street. From the block to Broadway, to Wall Street and Kissy always. I got you. I got you. Poverty and pain, baby, you know. I got you.
Welcome back to the Jaye Spot. You are listening to us on IntellectualRadio.com. And as you can see, we have another bubbling beauty with us this evening. This is our good friend Wanda. Hi, Wanda. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, ladies?
We are doing really, really well. It is good to have you here with us again, and I am excited and interested in getting this topic of discussion started tonight because, you know, it's so interesting. Social media, hot mess. Hot mess. I mean, you know, you can have your good days and your bad days. And it's just some people just, you know, will really, really push you to the limits on these social media sites. But I'm going to talk about specifically someone that you are close to, your spouse or your mate. First, let's discuss, what is social media flirting to you all? What is that, E?
Oh gosh, I mean, I don't think it's such as flirting. It's just you just go all in on social media.
What do you mean by that?
You know, you portray a certain character image of yourself, and then depending on what group you're in or whatever, you know, if you in the kinky group, you kind of go all in and give them your most intimate and secrets about yourself or ideas, fantasies that's going on in your head and stuff, and just release in that group. And if someone likes what you say and you like what someone else says, you kind of have a little discussion within the group, though.
Okay. Now, Wanda, what about you? What is social media flirting to you?
Ooh, dangerous.
I like that.
If you're in a relationship, it could be dangerous. I think it can just be what it is, pure flirting. It's that next step. It's that inbox And what stops it from going there?
Exactly. Now, see, now I did a little, I have a little technical side. So I did a little research. And what I found, and here's the thing, you all, when I do research, I don't necessarily always agree with what they say, but I'm going to tell you what they said and then what Jay says. Okay, so social media flirting, according to an internet search engine, behaving as though attracted to or trying to attract someone on social media platforms, but for amusement rather than with serious intentions. Now, that last part right there, that's the part that I don't think is accurate. The part for just amusement and without serious intentions. Because, like you just said, just to piggyback on what you said, Wanda, the inbox.
Yeah.
That next step, that inbox, that's something else.
Yeah.
So how do you all feel like if you're conversating on you're just interacting on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, and you know someone they're complimenting you every day. And it's all good. You don't even look to, do a background, look and see, you just notice that this person is always complimenting you. And this is an ongoing thing. And then just one day you're just curious because now they've made it a habit to continuously compliment you or inbox you. So you go to their profile and what do you see? The missus. Married. And you're like, wait a minute, whoa. Why are you inboxing me? Why are you complimenting me every day? And you're married.
Don't like. Why are you even friending women at this point like that? If they don't have a past with them, you were looking for something, right?
They got to get that side out. They have to get that side since they can't do it because Mrs. is always there. So they can't do it on a date with the wife. They can't do it, in public. So on Facebook or whatever social media site that you're on, you can portray another side of you, that side that you want to let out. And I can flirt with this female, I can flirt with this female or whatever, because I think that they're attractive and everything, but I know I can only go so far. I can't exchange numbers and stuff, but I can hit you up in your inbox. I can hit you up on your page. I can like all your pictures and stuff.
Oh, don't.
And see, and okay, I'm okay with the liking of the pictures and
that's harmless.
The post, the general post on your wall or whatever, an open post, because then that means that you're not crossing any boundaries. But as soon as you get in that inbox, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. Now it's a whole different ball game because whatever you're saying, you're not supposed to say it.
Right.
That's why you're not going to post it on your wall.
Right.
I have a problem with that.
That's where it's not flirting anymore. It's not innocent anymore.
No, it's not.
You've taking it past innocence.
Well, I mean, come on now. Is social media really innocent?
Especially
if you're in certain groups and stuff in social media.
Groups. Probably
it's kind of like a no holds bar. All things go in certain groups in social media.
Okay, and so now let me tell you all what happened to me a couple of days ago, and it's just kind of spiraled out of control. But I was just inboxing some friends just to say hi, male friends just to say hi, and one of them it escalated. And if you are listening, please, or watching, please know it just escalated. And he's like, well, I guess you're thinking about me. I was just saying, literally, it just said hi. Like, that's it. But it turned to a 2-hour almost, I'm like, woo, I'm just
so
like,
is he married or in a relationship?
No,
there's nothing wrong with that, right?
But you enjoyed it because it turned into 2 hours.
I know, but I was trying to figure out how do we get there just from
because you allowed it to get there. You allowed it to go 2 hours.
You know what? You're right. And you know what? And I think because I was preparing for this subject, I'm just like, let me just see how and then I like, okay, well, let me flip it because I don't believe in playing with people's emotions or anything like that.
Are you not interested? If he's listening, never mind.
You know what?
Answer the question.
Yeah,
really,
are you interested?
Well, in where the conversation? Let me tell you where the conversation led to and where it ended. No, I'm not really interested in that right now. However, if we were to talk and you want to buy me a latte or something like that,
Weren't
I'm
you
open
talking for 2 hours?
Yeah, and a latte did not come up.
What was y'all talking about?
Well,
Right.
they may be cheering or
DM.
and exactly. And I'm just saying, oh my God, how did I get involved in one of those? It was kind of cool though.
See, you liked it, and then you go, oh, see, that's not what I want.
Right, but it wasn't, and that's why I stopped it when I saw where it was going. I'm like, oh, he may think I'm for real. Oh no, I'm not.
I think that's harmless. Right? People like to flirt. Flirting feels good, and I think you should be able to flirt even in a relationship.
Really? To
I
what
think
extent?
you
Okay,
can.
explain
I
that.
think you have to, because people want to still feel attractive and
Right.
feel alive and feel like I'm wanted.
Right.
It's where you go from there. It's knowing your boundaries and knowing not to take it to that next level.
Right.
I don't know.
Right? Okay.
At first, to go back on subject, I guess when we first in the group that we're all in, and I was seeing someone.
It's not a sex group. Let's just say that.
No,
it's a grown.
it's not a sex
It's not a
group.
sex.
Right. I want to put that out there.
No toys.
It's not one of those.
Just grown and sexy
grown and
conversation.
Just conversations.
I was dealing with someone, and and we weren't blocked, and he would post up, and someone would flirt with him, and he would go with it, whatever they were flirting about or whatever, and so I was feeling a certain type of way. So
see, that's the dangerous part
Is
to
that-
me.
yes.
Why I say that it becomes so dangerous, because how will you feel seeing flirting?
Seeing.
I want you
And
to
that's
can
the
flirt, but I
issue.
don't know if I want to sit
I
there
don't wanna
watching
see
you
it.
flirt.
I don't want
Right.
to see it, because doing that and then I would flirt and he would get upset or whatever, and then we were playing the block game, and then I'm upset now that you've blocked me,
Right.
and now though we're still in the group and I'm okay because I can't see whatever you put up on there. I don't want to see whatever you put up on there, and I don't want to see anybody else flirting with you. If you're gonna flirt. Do whatever you're gonna do, but as long as I don't have to see the madness, I'm okay.
See, then now that would bother. I think where it gets tricky is that the inbox is there. So when you're watching the flirting, you don't know when it goes from being seen on the page
Right.
to taken to the next level. So that's why you have to have a solid relationship before you start doing stuff like that.
I'd have to
you gotta
probably
be in a relationship.
I have to
Probably.
get the phone and just look through and just mosey on in
Oh,
there
I
and
know
just
what you
see.
do.
and see
Please,
if
y'all
this-
know Jay.
and see if this conversation, if it started out innocently, but then a couple of days later, why you in Miss Thang inbox?
Well, this brings up the other topic, the claiming, where men say, oh, you won a title. Well, then if you do get in an inbox and someone asks you, are you single or in a relationship? Because you don't claim she knows what this is and we're not official. Then they say they're single, and then you leave the other woman
Right, and
on
it's
in.
like, what type of mess is that? It's just, is you or is you ain't my baby. There is no, and I can't stand when people do that, and I don't know who's guilty of it more, men or women.
We're both in relationships together, so it's equal.
Right.
I guess to some degree, right? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, to see people. 2016 has brought about a tricky way. I mean, there's a way around everything.
Yeah.
People are not honest the way that they should be. I mean, I think that some men, and you all are gonna just say what you want to say. It doesn't matter. The Jaye Spot, Jaye Spot. Just go ahead and hit
their
us up.
definition of being honest is different. I realized that in the group today as they talked, that men really feel they're being completely honest because they say one thing, but that thing has such a bigger definition to them.
Mm-hmm.
So if they say, I just want to date for a while, I don't want to be in a relationship. Okay, but they continue to date you, and they date like they're in a relationship.
But they date.
But then I told them, change your language and say, I will be having sex with other women. I bet you women won't get it.
But they are saying that because they're saying they want to date you. So dating, they mean that they're dating you, they're dating me. And if they're screwing all of us, they still said that I just want to date you. He never said that I want to be in a committed relationship.
Well, if he says he's dating me,
I do agree.
Now here's the thing:
he's dating, but he has not.
But the woman sees it differently, and some women see if you're spending your time with me cooking and doing all of this.
But that's our assumption then.
Absolutely.
Because
So,
we haven't
that's
come to
true.
an agreement that we are in a committed relationship. We haven't. If not, then we're still in the dating phase. If I'm cooking and I'm doing all the other stuff and he still has not said, you are the one, the only one. If he says, sweetheart, we're still dating.
Then why should you expect me to do all these things
He's
that I
not
would do for
expecting
my
you.
man? So then that would be fine. So if you're dating me, her, and her, that's fine. You're dating, but you're gonna truly date Jay. You can screw in whoever you want to. Jay will kindly remove herself from that situation
And as you
until I get what it is that I'm looking for. And if you can't give me that, then that's fine. We can continue to date until I find somebody else that's going to give me what I want.
Right.
And so when you see that, oh, well, she's no longer calling or she's no longer answering, just know that somebody is doing what you would not do.
While you were in inboxes.
While you were too busy trying to date this one, and this one. By all means, listen, I'll introduce you to somebody else. You got 3, you want 4?
let me ask you this though, E. Okay, so if you and the guy are both on Facebook and you see him flirting, did you not trust that he wouldn't do?
It wasn't that. I trusted at first. But when the flirting got beyond, when it started to get who would sleep with me, now that's a whole nother ball game. And then when you post your picture and then ask who would sleep with me, and then you got females that are chiming in and saying, I would, and then you all go into a dialogue. Okay, now I fight dirty. So when you want to go that route, well, I got tricks up my sleeve too. And
but are you in a relationship though?
We were.
Oh, okay.
So let me ask you this. So should married people or people that are in committed relationships, do you think they should make their statuses known?
No.
I don't go checking people's
With
faces.
with the married, I think yeah.
But before engaging in these conversations with people, especially when the flirting and they know that they're taking that flirting to the next level,
yes.
do you not think?
But why they don't is it feeds their ego. It feels good to have people flirting with you.
But a lot of women are going to flirt with married men just to see if they can pull them.
Oh, then that's a whole nother issue.
That's a whole nother. That's an ego stroke for
that's the ego stroke for both.
For both. If she can pull you from your wife, you may not leave her. It's some that do leave, but you may not leave her. But for the fact that she can say that, oh, I had him, he flirted with me, oh, he always checks up on me, blah 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 blah. That's an ego stroke for her.
But see, now for me, it did the exact opposite, because I had a situation where it's a guy on Facebook, and he would always inbox me or, good morning, beautiful, the same line that everybody, sends out or whatever. So I'm just like, good morning, whatever. And I never thought to ask or check or anything, because it's like, it just wasn't like that for me. But then one day we were out in a public place and he saw me. And I didn't know who. It's not like we knew each other outside of Facebook. So when he approached me and he's like, oh, hey, Jay, how you doing? First of all, I was just like, oh, I mean, like, okay. But then once I realized where I recognized him from, I then, spoke or whatnot and acknowledged him. But then I said, let me go back. So I went back to Facebook. And I looked through his profile, which I didn't do before because there was no need to. But then I found out this dirty dog, he's married.
What did he say that him being not mentioning did he say something that he should have mentioned he was married?
Yes, he should have. It's like consistently he would always inbox me, oh, you have a beautiful smile, you brighten up my day, I don't know what I would do, dumb stuff like that if I was that type of person, I would have fell for it. And I felt like he was fishing. Yeah, he was baiting to see how far if Jay would take it.
Right. And yes, they do that.
And then it's like when you go on his page, he's just like
and my wife is my queen.
Right, and his family and everything. And I just said, first of all, you are really, really messy, because if I was that chick,
get your man out
the video,
a nice little at
the wedding.
But not only that, just a nice little screenshot, and now you got a whole lot of explaining to do. So if you are going to flirt, please stop with the inboxes and I learned this a long time ago. Don't leave a paper trail. Please, these texts, anything. So if and I was telling E the other day, I said, somebody had made me so mad. I said, I'm going to call them up, because when I have to say, I don't want this, I don't want any words to, I don't want any typing, no paper trail to come about this, because it's going to be real, real serious. So guys and women too, please stop leaving a paper trail. Do not leave a paper trail.
Not do it at all. No, just don't get caught.
Uh-oh.
I want to bring on our guest, one of our guests, Jaye Spot.
Yo, what's happening?
All right. So what you coming in starting trouble talking about some just don't get caught?
I ain't say that. She said that.
He said it.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Not at all.
So what do you think about social media flirting?
You know what? I think somebody said it earlier. I think people, want to feel like that, feel like he or she still have to flirt. Maybe that's like he making her think she got to feel like she still look good.
Do that for each other, shouldn't they compliment?
Come on, let's keep it real now. We've been doing it for 20 years with each other.
Right,
You used to that.
Go around saying, "Oh, you take me." You just
Absolutely.
Don't flirt like
you sometimes you want somebody different to say, "I like your hair." Jay.
That's true. I mean,
I think you got some pretty lips, baby.
Oh, thank you.
Man, when you walk,
But
girl, shut your mouth. You know what I'm talking
that's
about?
where the danger is, though, because if you're not getting it home, I promise you it will go to the next level.
And then it goes to you like
Oh,
it goes
come
to
on,
your
ladies.
heel.
It will.
But you can stop that now.
You can
Let's
stop
be
it
Okay,
if you
check
want
this
to,
out.
but it's sure hard when
Okay,
it gets rolling.
And here's the
What's your
thing
thought?
too.
Right.
Okay, check this out. I'm sorry. I'm from this place where I like to find root solutions. You know what I'm talking about? I don't like dealing with branch solutions. And here's the solution to the problem.
What's the solution?
What's the solution? We
Hold
wanna
on.
hear.
Let me pull my britches up.
Right.
Pull them up.
Ready.
We were like, get ready.
Let me adjust my brassiere.
Right.
You do that. Somebody said earlier in the program that you got to have a strong relationship with your partner. I disagree.
Did you have to look us up and down like
That's
that?
the root. Not to be.
No, I ain't look you up and down,
a strong relationship.
No. I'm finna get to the root, baby.
We
That ain't the
ready.
root. I was just
Okay, I'm
seasoning you
listening.
for the root.
All right,
before
Okay,
it come.
season. We got.
All right, here it is. Now, it ain't the relationship that you should have with your partner that's so important. The relationship that's most important is the relationship that you have with yourself. Number one, if you love you, I love me, she loves she. Now, when we get together, that's extra love. You know what I'm talking about? Now, if I love me, if I'm good with me, I'm all right with me, I'm satisfied with me, I validate me.
That's true.
Nobody validates me. I'm good.
Right.
I think we
agree.
put a little too much emphasis on love. I think we depend on other people to love us so much.
That
We
they
should love
bring
ourselves enough that we should be sufficient in that department before we meet the other person. So
I totally
when
agree.
we meet that other person, it's just a compliment to you. It's not a necessity that you got to have this person. It's just a compliment.
So with that
right.
being said, what he's saying, I think what if you're you won't need the flirting if you're whole. If you are whole and content with yourself, you're not out here reaching for likes and reaching for, ooh, you look so good. You don't need that attention because
I disagree with that too. I think you need the attention. I think you hold with yourself, but you still need the attention. You need somebody to say you still got, you need somebody to say, yes, you are. Okay.
So if you hold with yourself, then how does that stop you from going to the next level on Facebook?
Okay, wait a minute. I was talking about you talking about cheating?
No. Flirting on
Oh,
Facebook.
okay. Yeah. You hold with yourself? No, I'm holding myself, right? I flirt all the time. I have a lady, but I flirt all the time. Why do I flirt? Because I love flirting. I love the interaction.
Why do you not act on the flirting is what I want to know.
Because I got a lady. Okay. But I like flirting. I like the response I get. So does she know
that you flirt?
Absolutely. I do it right in front of her.
I would rather him flirt around
Absolutely.
me.
I'm going to do it right in front of him. I'm going to look at you. I'm going to say, It's one thing to look at the menu.
Too much.
It's another thing to place
all
an order.
And all this extra stuff. I mean, we're gonna look. that I have no problem with that. I understand that because I'm gonna look. But
Absolutely.
you know what? All the extra sound
Don't be
effects,
disrespectful.
you know, you don't have to like look, but don't
Okay,
just
you ain't supposed to
oogle
gawk.
and
No,
gawk
you ain't
and
supposed to
stare.
gawk. No,
But
you don't supposed to be
sometimes-
disrespectful. I agree.
But you know, but now some of these butt implants, me as a woman, I'd be like, what? You know, oh my
Right.
God.
I don't have that
You
issue.
know, but
Can I have some?
but you know, it's
I understand.
it's
You
a
ain't
way.
gotta-
Would
you
you
ain't-
agree that there's a tasteful way to flirt?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's a
Right.
nice way to flirt. You ain't got to be gutter butt.
But
and,
do you
pull your
allow
pants
her
down.
to do the same thing you
Absolutely.
do? Okay.
I don't want her to be stuck in a box. You know, the thing I associate with success is freedom. You should be free to do what you want to do. You should be who you are. And when I meet you, I shouldn't meet your representative. I should meet you.
Exactly, I agree.
So
You know,
if
I
I
agree.
meet you and you tell me, hey man, I'm free. I like doing this. I like doing that. And people shouldn't be afraid to tell people who they are. That's
True
another
honesty.
thing.
Yes.
But they are though.
But
They are. They
So-
are.
But they are.
Because they fear judgment and they fear what people will say or what people will think of them. So they kind of curtail their situation to the person that's in front of them. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm
But
talking
what
about?
about when people?
Yeah.
Some people only see what they want to see in you. Like for instance, me. You know, I listen. Anybody that knows me, I have two personalities:
Oh no.
Jamela
Oh.
and Jay. Okay, well, two that I'm
Who
aware
I
of.
know?
You know, so
I know
you know,
both.
but
Both. Okay.
but the thing is, you know, some people, when I listen to how some people characterize me, I'm just like, oh, well, maybe I got a third one. Let me tap into this one and just see. But some people only see what they want to see. Like there's a guy that I talk to, and it's just one side, and I've known him for a long time, and it's just like he only sees
What?
just this one part of me. I'm like, where have you been like all these years? Like, I'm so much more than this small fraction of who you see me as. But that's because that's just the way he wants to see me.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of
Absolutely.
people do that though. If your parents think you don't do this, people know you as they know you, and they don't watch you grow and grow with you.
Right.
They keep you in the box they know you as. So you keep growing and changing, but they know you how they knew you. They didn't grow with you.
I don't think there's a box for me. I mean, because you know how I am is how I am with everybody. You know,
I'm not saying you're different. I'm saying the person sees you
Mhm.
as
Even
where you were.
those who
at
see
some
me, you
point.
know, like even in the groups, whatever, the stuff that goes on in the groups that we're in or whatever. Trust, my mother knows. You know, because we've talked about those things, whatever. And even the side of that I have myself as on my Facebook page, whatever. My mom and everybody who knows me knows that, oh, yeah, that's Edra. So I, you know, I have you have your different personalities, you know, because we all do. But it's if you're afraid to let all of them be exposed. And I think that a lot of people are afraid to let all of them be exposed.
That's a good point. That's
Yeah.
a good point. Everybody
Yeah.
can't handle all. Yeah,
No,
everybody can't handle all of
shouldn't
me.
see all of them sometimes.
And you know what? When you meet somebody, usually they tell you who they are.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
If you're listening.
yeah.
The problem is we're looking for somebody
You
in
looking.
particular,
Mhm.
and we're thinking that this person could be that person in particular for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you hear is what
You want to
connects with you.
Mhm.
And
Right.
that's what you start doing. You start filling in the blanks with what you want him to be.
Mhm.
Well,
And
And
now
vice
that's
versa.
all you
Yes.
see.
Absolutely.
And like you
Well,
said, vice versa. And that's all he
absolutely.
see. Yeah.
but
That's
you,
what why he only see you one way, because
That's the
what
part
he
he
was
want
looking
to
for
see.
from you.
Well, no, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a negative. It's not a
I ain't
negative
saying
way
it's
that
negative.
it's not a negative way that he sees me. It's just
No,
like
I'm saying
you don't. It's like it just lets me know that you don't know me, and
Yeah.
all the times that we spent talking, you've just been talking because
that
I
one.
clearly I've listened to what you've said, and I, you know, tried to tell them about, you know, and it's just can't to it because it's not who he sees me as.
Absolutely.
It's just
Is
like,
that wrong?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
yeah, it's wrong because I need him to turn his
He's not
lights
going
on.
to. So just
So
next
what,
person.
you want him to be with you,
He's not going
support you
to.
into this? He ain't
No,
into-
I'm not asking it for any support. I just want it
And
not to
see
feel
all
like
of
it's one-sided. Like, okay, I know you. I can sit and listen to everything that you have to cry about, but when I'm trying to talk to you,
It's not
you-
in him. He's not going to change though. So
yeah, I know I tried, but I just, I just thought it was interesting because I'm just like, goes out, I know you, and I'm like, no, you
tell him that though.
Yeah, no, I told him. Yeah, right. He doesn't know. I'm like, you don't. You don't know me. You know of me, right? It is,
but
you know of me
because
but I did.
That's true, because they fear losing you.
They do. A lot of people don't.
But we don't have that type of relationship. So I'm like, I don't fear losing. I'm just like, okay, open your eyes and be.
Are you two on Facebook together?
No, he's not on Facebook.
He's not on Facebook.
So these are verbal conversations, which means that, okay, you should have gotten it by now. Like, you should stop saying that you know me, but you still don't know who Jay is. Hello, how do you not know who Jay is?
They say sometimes two people could be looking at the same thing and perceive it totally different.
Right. So really?
Absolutely.
Okay, help me out.
That's why that dress is blue and some people see it as brown.
Absolutely.
Really?
That's true. Yeah.
But even in relationships, I remember when I was, married and stuff, and my husband and I would argue. And if you're not listening to the person, if you're arguing with this person, and the first thing we do in an argument is we start to formulate our own opinion, and we'll catch on little words and we start to formulate our own opinion so we can throw it back at them. But if you stop and you listen to what they're actually saying, you'll be surprised that you all are arguing about the same thing. You are saying the same thing.
So often.
Yeah.
So if he's not listening, it's not that he perceives you a certain way. It's that he's not listening to you.
Oh, absolutely. 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 I totally agree. Which would bring me to my next question. Should married people or people that are in committed relationships, should they be inboxing on a consistent basis? Inboxing compliments. Oh, you sure look good in those jeans. I love your beautiful smile. Good morning, sexy. Good night, sexy. I don't either. It just sucks the life.
I'm quiet.
Okay. Is that appropriate?
Well, I mean, if you're in a committed relationship, of course, that's not appropriate.
Well, doesn't it matter if she would mind? Because if she doesn't mind, then it's okay, right?
If she don't mind, then it's absolutely okay. If it's not a bother to her, then he got free reign to inbox whomever he desire and say whatever he want, as long as he don't act out on it. They say it's all right to look at the menu as long as you don't place an order sometimes.
But inboxing is just, you've called the waiter over. That inbox is calling the waiter over.
2-piece with a side.
Yeah, so all you have to do is wait for it to be brung to you, and that's it. Once they accept it.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so, but absolutely. I get some crazy inboxes.
No, because once you went to that inbox level, now it's just like we talked about earlier. It's fishing.
I see.
It's fishing, and you're gonna see how many fish, if that fish is gonna take the bait in that water.
Right.
I'm not taking the bait. Listen, I don't do married men that are in relationships, because I just don't. I don't even like the number 2. So for you to even have someone and to think yours truly,
women are gonna take the bait.
Yeah, well, kudos to them, but Jay, it's just all about me. I have a real selfish streak when it comes to things like that, and it's all about us or it's nothing. And I don't have a problem with, if I can't have all of you the way I want it, I'm good. I don't have to have you.
Absolutely, and that's what type of man you need to find.
That
want
Fellas,
a woman.
Can you deal with that?
That want a woman like you. Don't get a man that's not like that and try to make him like that.
Yeah,
that's where you have a bad relationship. Y'all never get along. You continue to bump heads. And that's what people have to be honest in a relationship and just say straight up, yeah, I really want to be with you sexually, but I don't want.
Right, that brings me to a good point, though. Right,
yeah,
you still have to say
people
it.
say they grown, but they're not. They really can't handle the truth.
People cannot.
You can't handle the truth.
It's that simple. Because
I want you to be honest, and then they get mad. You wanted honesty.
But I don't know if that's a more so a male thing or whatever. Because now, if you come to me and you trying to holler at me, and I'm a very blunt person, and if I say, listen, I'm gonna be straight honest with you, all I want to do is hit it and keep it moving.
Okay.
Guys get offended because they're so used to either.
What guy get offended?
Yeah. It's a trust.
What guy get offended?
A guy
I don't know him.
By you just saying I want sex from you?
I just want that, and that's it. And because you'll get the calls, you'll get, well, I just want to cuddle. I don't want that. I'm good,
Now there are, let me tell you, there are.
I'm saying sometimes,
there are men though that are very, and I'm just, some of these men are really confusing me because they're taking on traits of women and they don't. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm sure you know a few men that have been through. Oh my God! And I just want to know, what color are they? But they have been through the storm and they don't recognize the fact that they have been beat up by these relationships, and now they take it out on other women opposed to doing like women do. We know, we recognize that we have to heal, but some of these men out here are walking around still bruised and battered like they're on the battleground, and they're never going to get over it because they don't even recognize that they've been wounded.
I agree with you.
Because they're placing blame. And when you talk to them, they always say, like, she did this to me, she did this. Instead of doing an analysis, what did I do?
What did you do?
She
exactly.
do? What did we do? What went wrong?
That's the problem. People need to learn how to take responsibility.
Take responsibility.
That's it. Just take responsibility for yourself. As long as you take responsibility for yourself, you'll be all right. It don't matter what nobody else do.
Right.
What did you allow that person to do to you?
Right.
Right.
Can't nobody do nothing to you that you don't allow them to do. And if they do something on the slide, then don't allow them to do it again.
Exactly.
Right.
And if you do, they're going to do it again anyway because that came out of them. And if it's in them, it's coming out of them. That's
again and again.
It's like a bad pimple.
Stop it. If it ain't in them, it ain't going to come out of them. He ain't going to slip and fall and kiss a dude if he don't like dudes.
Yeah.
Spoken from a man. Oh,
it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna be a mistake. I'm not gonna hug my homie too hard that our lips touch. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah. Ooh, boy, I got
it is what it is, and what it ain't, it'll never be. So, just accept people as they are and stop playing. People play too much, all right? And people playing with their heart too much. That's the problem.
But see, now, and I'm so glad that you said that because people don't even expect you to have a heart. If you really think about it, some people think that you're just supposed to, like we had a discussion earlier, like you're just supposed to be able to just randomly keep having sex like this and not
catch feelings,
get emotional. How do you not have feelings? How do you not get attached? It's natural. That's what's supposed to happen.
Because you're exchanging body chemistry.
Absolutely.
You're exchanging each other's spirits too. So when he's entering in you, and especially if he's ejaculating in you, I can say that. Okay.
I want to
That's a little risky. Then you're pulling whatever good, whatever bad he has in him. And when you're reaching your climax, he's receiving the same thing.
Right. But if you start out telling him, you said men aren't prepared for I just want to have sex with you. If you just wanted to have sex with him in the beginning, where did it turn to feelings anyway?
And that's what
the frequent sex. The frequency of the sex turned into a relationship.
Exactly, but then that's not what he wanted. You tell him in the beginning, all I want is sex. All I want is sex.
Right.
And then, well, now that we've exchanged, now we this. You're like, wait a minute.
We did it 3 times.
Right. But I think too with that. Say if it was me, I think it would be the assumption on my part that, well, I'm thinking that since we have done this a numerous, amount of times, whatever, now he my boyfriend, or I feel that now he's caught feelings for me. Though I've told him all I want is sex. And a lot of females get caught up like that too.
Absolutely.
Because their assumption is coming in a certain way, and I'm sorry, because y'all see the stuff that he be putting. The assumption is, well, if I come hard like this and I come at him this way and this is all I'm letting him know that's what I want, then maybe, hopefully, down the line, he'll want something more.
Coming inside of you means nothing to him.
I get that. Trust. I get that.
That's not true.
It
means something. It means
oh
my God, baby.
Yes.
Thank you.
No,
gotta go.
Don't call me next week.
That's when we bear witness there's a higher being. We say stuff like God. So it means something. It's not totally irrelevant, immaterial, and baseless.
I have a lot of females who get that set up like that. I mean, I've known friends like that would only come in the relationship or the sex relationship and say that I just want this and that's that. And then later on, because you're messing with this man for so long, every week you all got a weekly appointment to hit it. Now you've caught feelings. And he's not feeling you like that. He's stuck on you in the bedroom. So now when you go out and you see him with this other female that he's taken out, that he's put on social media here or whatever, your feelings are hurt. And you question, well, why don't you feel like, for me, like, I feel for you, or how you do that female? Because you've already said in the get-go, all I want to do is hit it. And guys take that seriously. But when they say that, we don't take that seriously.
Exactly.
We assume that, well, if I let him hit it enough, I can change him. And I think
that's the problem.
That's the messed up portion.
Yeah. Or you think, when he gets some of this, he ain't gonna feel that way.
Yeah.
Stop it, girl. You better stop.
Men also, though, do a lot of relationship things. They make some women are not used to being treated a certain way. They're treating you that way. It doesn't mean they like you anymore than the last one.
Absolutely.
But that they're treating you this way.
Right. They open the door because you threw it back well in the bedroom. That's okay.
Right. You know what?
For that same reason.
and I had a conversation with a man not too long ago. He was actually a past guest on the show. And, he was, I just was questioning some of his moves that he was making, because I'm like, okay, well, you can tell, like, he's posting pictures, and I know, I'm talking about you, but he said,
I want to know who
he said too. And so he's like, he's posting pictures of him and the young lady together.
Okay.
And clearly, I'm on the outside looking in. You can tell that this woman is falling in love with him. You can tell this. You can see it
on Facebook.
You can see it. It's something about your body language and the pictures and so. So if you're an outsider and you can see that, I know that he knows. And so I asked him. Maybe it wasn't my place to. If it wasn't, but I had to know, because he brought in the past. And so I said, well, don't you see that she's fallen in love with you? Now, I've never met the woman, but just from the way that they're on Facebook. And he's like, yeah. I said, and he just said it as though, okay.
It was nothing.
Yeah. And
does he like her like that, though? Maybe he
no.
doesn't. Oh.
And so he's dating multiple women, and she's aware, subconsciously she's aware of it, but you can tell that her heart, like, she's trying to hang in there so that she can change his mind so that he can only want to be with her. But my question to him and my problem was, if you see that she's falling in love, shouldn't you be responsible enough to just, come on, cut it off? Because obviously now what she agreed to initially, it's changed. And you see that it's changed, because you can tell by the way she's reacting. And so he asked me, so what? Am I not supposed to treat her like a woman?
You're supposed to treat her like a woman, but be honest.
I thought he was being honest.
He's not. He needs a hard refresher. He needs not the honest, I don't want to be, to say, I notice you're, and that this isn't that.
This is not that type of
relationship. He might need to remind her, let her know.
But verbally, but the thing is, is there such thing as people sending mixed messages, because you're treating her like she's your woman.
Okay.
But verbally you're saying she's not.
Right. Okay. Right. You know what? How you want him to treat her? I mean, he laying with her.
Right, and that's the question that I had for him.
How you want? I think he should treat her nice. I mean, he laying with her, even though it's not his woman. He hidden that. They do have a relationship. They relate on some level. So, and she's a woman. He don't want to, yo, what's up, G? You know what I'm saying? What's up, dog? We don't want to do that. So
what I want to say is,
treat her nice.
Make sure that when you're saying that you don't want to be in a relationship, make sure that you mean that you don't want to be in a relationship, and make sure at all times that those levels and that line of communication is always open. But we have definitely had an interesting conversation tonight, and I definitely want to pick this up on Facebook, the Jaye Spot. Hit us up on our Jaye Spot page, and we can continue this conversation. But I want to thank our guests, Wanda and D.A. Smart, and
thank you, Jay.
Simply E, right here, my partner in crime. You have been listening to the Jaye Spot. We hope that you join us again on IntellectualRadio.com.
Peace. For hitting the Jaye Spot. on IntellectualRadio.com. Thank you for hitting the Jaye Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.